Evening, folks. Blue Collar Piper here, and tonight I'm going to do a kiln revealing. Spent all day long fighting storms, trying to fire these 5 clay pipe heads. Charcoal firing. So obviously it has to be outside on my little patio out back there. And I just pulled them out about a half an hour ago, and they're now cool enough to handle. So we are going to see what we got. Alright. Now, the first thing I noticed was that there's not much. It's a pretty closed unit. I'm just cleaning the dirt and dust and ash and all that crap off of it. But some of the rain actually managed to work its way down the little tube that acts as the draft pipe. Oh, I forgot all about the housekeeping. Sorry. This is a Mersham Legend with a Danish bit, one of my older ones, full of black velvet. Aromatic that's cased and topped with Guinness Stout. Good stuff. Okay, number 1. Now, the rainwater, some of the rainwater actually managed to drip down that tube and into the hot charcoal chamber, carrying a teeny bit of rust. Well, the rainwater always ain't going to affect anything as long as it's hot enough, but the rust will. And that's where you get this big pretty red blotch. And of course it's got the little grayness to it, you know. But otherwise, other than that little weird red rust spot, that came out really nice. Now, this one, clean this one up. Get all the crap out of it. Good Lord, a lot of ash. Okay. This one came out very nicely, I think. Wait for the refocus. There it is. That one came out really good. Those are the ones that I designed. They're a little less, not very traditional. Now, the next 3 I made were more traditional style in their shape. And, Okay. It'll focus. There it goes. I don't know where it picked up this little thing here. It's pretty cool though, I guess. It does a tad. This one actually looks like it picked up a little bit of rust right there too. A little bit of that iron oxide kind of colored it with just a tinge of red. Looks cool. That one came out really well. So that's 3 out of the 5. Now for the ones that didn't make it. And I almost wish this one had made it, because the red on this one actually came out really nice looking. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. See that red tinge? right there. That came out kind of interesting looking, but yeah. Now I could, of course, I could attempt to lob that off, but it'll just end up shattering. However, what I'll probably end up doing is fishing out, if that piece came off of one piece, that'll be my next pipe. Because I will JB weld that on there and it'll smoke just fine. It'll just look crappy, which I really don't care. Now here, but obviously I can't send that one out like that. That just would be utterly unacceptable. And then there's this one. I can only assume that it must have picked up some of the water from the rain while it was wearing and absorbed some of it and then reheated. And if it did that, that's the only I can think of that would cause this. Pretty much the whole outer base of it popped. So yeah, that one's a fail. But all things considered, considering that I'm using charcoal in a makeshift coffee can kiln, the fact that 3 out of 5 came out good is still pretty good odds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to crank out, I've got a few more on the list anyway, so I'm going to crank out 2 more similar ones, and then I'm going to crank out some more for on the list, and then we'll go from there. And I'm going to try, hopefully these at this point, usually it's pretty easy at this point to get them all stemmed up and ready to smoke. Stuff still happens once in a while, you know. They are fragile, but as you can hear, they're definitely vitrified. Good sound. So that's it. That's all. Next time you see those 3 pipes, they will be stemmed up, and then it'll just be a matter of time for me getting some money together to get them shipped out to their new homes. Well, the 3 that survived. The other 2, obviously, I have to. Well, I'm gonna fix that. That's gonna be mine. That one, I'm gonna end up breaking that one up and using it for insulation because it's too broke to do anything with. So that's it, guys, and thanks for watching. Hopefully my next round of the kiln. Hopefully someday I'll get a real kiln. But until then, gotta do what you got with what you got. Thanks a lot, guys. Y'all have a great evening.